Hey, it's Mike Whitfield with WorkoutFinishers.com, and this is the big switch finisher, and it's a density style finisher, which means you're going to do as many rounds as possible, and it's set for 5 minutes. So you're going to do as many rounds as you can of this circuit in 5 minutes. What you're going to need is you're going to need a medicine ball, but don't worry, if you don't have a medicine ball, you can use a dumbbell, and I'm even going to show you a bodyweight version for the switch push-up. And one other thing that you'll need is a dumbbell for the goblet switch lunge. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. I'm going to start the timer. We're going to do goblet switch lunges, then we're going to go into the one arm switch push-up, and then we're going to go into skater hops. All right? And away we go. Starting with the goblet switch lunge, we're going to do 3 reps on each side, and that goes for all the exercises, as a matter of fact. We're going to do 3 reps on each side, and then of course the same with the one arm switch push-up, and then we're going to end the circuit with 3 reps on each side for the skater hop. And like I said, you can take rest whenever you need to, but Brian here, he's an athlete, so he's probably going to smoke this thing for the full 5 minutes. But this is the one arm switch push-up. You go down and then you simply just switch sides and then go down again. It's 3 reps per side, so it's a grand total of 6 reps. And see how Brian is keeping his body nice and straight. He's not letting his hips sag. He's also keeping those abs braced, and as he goes down, he squeezes the shoulder blades. Now we're going to go into a conditioning move, which is called the skater hop. Just make sure that you have a nice proud stance with your chest, and also all the weight is getting shifted into the foot that's going to the outside. Going right into the goblet switch lunge. A forward lunge, a reverse lunge. Forward lunge, then reverse lunge. That's how that is done. And also remember to keep your upper body nice and tall. Don't let that sink down. And also, you want to push through the heel of the foot, not the toes. We really want to engage those glutes and of course engage the quads, hips, and things like that. Then we're going to go to the upper body and hit that one arm switch push-up. This is the bodyweight version. See how Brian does a push-up and then he basically, it's also called a traveling push-up, where he just basically switches sides. This is going to fry your abs, okay? It's a great way to work the core and at the same time also work the upper body. And then of course we end it with the skater hop. Now as you know, density means you're going to do as much work as you can in the amount of time given, okay? So keep that in mind. So again, if you need to stop and catch your breath, that's perfectly fine. Brian here, he's still swinging. All right, here is another version of the goblet switch lunge. You can also do what's called a prisoner switch lunge. This is a great way to work the upper back at the same time. You're going to keep those elbows back, and also you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together. And a lot of times we're behind a desk a lot for a long period of time and things like that, so our upper back is going to get weak. This is a great way to incorporate the prisoner switch lunge in fixing that. All right, this is the one arm switch push-up with a dumbbell. So this is another way you could do this. You can basically use anything. You can also use a small yoga block if you have that available. Just something that forces you to somewhat travel to do 3 reps on each side. Like I said, it's a great way to work the core as well as the upper body. But that's the idea behind a density finishers, is that you want to use moves that work a lot of muscle while at the same time keeping your rest periods as short as possible, if any. And like I said, you know, we got 2 minutes left in this, and if you can't keep up with Brian, that's perfectly fine. You can stop and take a break. Just remember that you want to do as much as you can, and so as soon as you catch that breath, get right back into it, okay? See how Brian is keeping a nice straight line with his upper body. He's not letting it sink, and he's also pushing through the heel of the foot, and you're going from a forward lunge to a reverse lunge. And it's real simple to remember. Everything's 3 reps. All right, now we're going to the one arm switch push-up, going back and using the medicine ball here. You see how Brian's keeping a nice straight line with his body every time he switches. So make sure you concentrate on that form. And also too, when you're doing these one arm switch push-ups, remember the muscles that are being worked. Okay, so really focus on working the chest, working the triceps, working the shoulders, and lastly, of course, remember to working the core. So that means to brace your abs the entire time as if you're about to get punched in the gut. All right, going back to the goblet switch lunge, same thing on this. Remember the muscles that are being worked are the muscles that you want to focus on. So really working on engaging the glutes, squeezing those glutes together, and also pushing through the heel of that foot, really feeling it through your quads, through your glutes, through your hips. You really want to work that lower body really well. And of course, holding that dumbbell is going to force your core to get engaged. And so you want to keep your abs braced. That's going to help protect your lower back and of course build up strength in your lower back as well. And Brian he's a maniac. He is going for it. He is not resting at all. He's going through these one-arm switch push-ups, keeping a nice straight line. Also, you want to pinch those shoulder blades back together as you go down as well. Now we're going to the skater hops. We only have 15 seconds left. So whatever you're on right now, try to keep going until that timer goes off. Again, you want to do as much work as you can in the amount given and just knock it all out. There you go. You can do it. Boom, and there you have it. Awesome work, my friend. Great stuff. All right, that is the big switch finisher, and we'll see you at the next one.